This
accept
conference
this
will now be recorded.
before we decide whether we're going to accept this or not? Let's enter into some conversation. And so maybe a good way to do this is when you have your microphone muted, then you're not ready to speak, but when you unmute, you're indicating that you'd like to either ask a question or speak into this. So let me open up the floor. Any questions or input?
I have a question about one line in there that I didn't understand. It's about 2/3 of the way down. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
Yeah, it says provide proper financial reporting closer to the Spark Task Force and Office of Recovery. I'm not understanding what that means. But just the financial reporting is in agreement with our task force and the Office of Recovery. It's about 2/3 of the way down.
I think I have it highlighted. Have I highlighted the right
Yeah.
bullet?
Yep, that's it. I mean,
I didn't. When I read it, I focused on the provide proper financial reporting. And I have to admit, I didn't, and that makes sense to me. But what I didn't understand is the phrase closer to the Spark Task Force and Office of Recovery. So I don't have an answer to that.
Yeah, it's probably something minor. I'm just assuming they're going to be in sync with what Office of Recovery and what we're providing on our reporting. So it's a minor thing. That's the only thing I really had. Otherwise, I was good. So.
I don't mind seeking out an answer to that. Even if we were to approve this, I could seek out the answer from Scott and then provide it to everybody just to verify for sure, Lloyd, that the way you're understanding it is accurate.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Okay.
It looks to me like it's just an extra word. And I did speak with Scott, and I think their intention is they are working directly with Department of Recovery and with some other firms to make sure that everything is exactly the way that the Department of Recovery wants it. So I would assume that's probably an extra word, but I think it's also a good idea to verify.
Okay. Thanks, Lloyd. Other questions or input into this?
This is the same firm that we use for our auditing, so I'm very comfortable with them.
Was that Aaron? Gotcha.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Thanks, Aaron. So there's a vote of confidence there. I've heard nothing. We don't use this firm at Tabor, but I'm familiar with them, and they have a good reputation in our community.
I had one more question. On the second page, on our fees of these services based on hourly rate commensurate with experience level, is there like a hourly rate going up to the 35,000 cap? Is that the way you understand this? Or is it'll be based on the hourly rate may vary based on, their basic various skills for the different areas they'll be providing. Does that make sense?
It does. The way I have understood it is that they've compared the various counties that they have proposals out to in terms of their population, the number of entities, the amount of money, and that they're saying that based on what the scope of what ours is, they believe will come in at a cap of 35,000, but that it might actually come in less than that. My assumption is in agreements like this, if they have an eye on piercing the original estimated cap, that they'll be in communication with us to say, hey, there was something we didn't anticipate.
Okay.
Are you comfortable with that approach?
Yeah, okay. These things usually agreed on later if the service. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yep. You bet. Other questions or input? Hearing none, I think what I'd like to do, and Tina, please correct me if there's any protocols that we need to hit that we're not, but I would like to entertain a motion to accept this letter of engagement that Swindell, Jansen, Hawk, and Lloyd have provided for us.
I'll make that motion. We accept this firm.
Randy moves for acceptance. Is there a second to that?
I'd second it.
Aaron seconds. Is there any further discussion that we need to have? Hearing none, I'd like to just go around and I'll call your name, I guess, and you just, yes or no to the motion. And then as opposed to having everybody on a microphone all at once say something. So Aaron, yes or no?
Yes.
Randy?
Yes.
Lloyd?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
Janine?
Yes.
And Deidre?
Yes.
And I vote yes as well. So motion carries unanimously. I'd have no other agenda for this meeting. We meet at 10 o'clock Friday morning, and I'll have the agenda out sometime tomorrow for everybody. Dave, I will be including you. I'll CC you on all email communication from this point forward. Thanks, Tina, for letting me know that yesterday. And
Yeah, Rusty, that would be for the meeting notices.
just meeting notices? Okay, gotcha. All right, I'll take care of that. I will also record what's happened here today with minutes. Hopefully I'll have that done today. Should be pretty simple. I'll get that out to everybody. Tina, do I, by copying Jonah and also providing him a copy of the, or do I provide all that to you in order to get the commission to execute this on Monday?
Providing it to me would be great. Then I'll put it in their packets, and that way everyone has it.
Okay. Okay,
He receives it.
I'll do that. Okay, very good. Well, we'll conclude today's meeting then. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Blessings on your day.
Thanks.
Thank you.